the 7 deadly sins, or capital sins as the Catechism calls them, are deadly because they lead us to other sins and kill our souls.
They also have something else in common. I remember the first time that I questioned something an adult was teaching me. I was in 6th grade, and our social studies class was going on to a new segment. We were told to read the next chapter silently to ourselves. It's kind of redundant. Anyway, open up the book, and the chapter is called Self-Esteem. And as I read, I became more and more perplexed. You see, I was raised Catholic, and so I was taught it was proper to be meek and humble, to put other people above ourselves. So this book was telling me that I need to focus on myself, that I needed to make sure that my needs were met. It seemed to encourage a very narcissistic point of view. So you take this idiom, you must love yourself before you can learn to love others. I've heard this said so much. It really bothers me. So I'm going to take this phrase and I'm going to move a couple of the words around. Let's just take this here. There you go. Let's put this over here. There we go. I like this one much better. So we're going to call the original phrase, and we're going to call my edited version the edited phrase. I know I'm being really super creative right now. So first, let's look at that original phrase and what the world would look like if that was the way people were to live their lives. Well, this could be a world in which Jesus said, love yourself as I have loved you. And just for clarity's sake, for those that might not know, he didn't actually say that. That would have been weird. Anyway, let's go with it. In this world, selfishness reigns. We would live in a me-centric society. Our goals in life would be to reach a level of happiness that we could never achieve. And we would justify our actions based on that goal. Well, it felt good, so I did it. This is where we begin to lean on those vices that I mentioned at the beginning of the video. We believe that those things are what will make us happy. And because that is our goal, then our actions are justified because, made us happy. We won't care about how our actions affect other people because after all, we can't worry about their happiness until we've met our own happiness. But because we're leaning on those vices, we never actually reach a level of happiness where we can start looking into other people's happiness too. It just doesn't make sense. And if this seems oddly familiar to you, it's probably because it's very much the world we live in now. All right, so let's take a look at the edited phrase. In this world, Jesus told us what he actually said, by the way, to love one another as I have loved you. In this world, selflessness reigns. We would live in a giving society. Our goals would simply be to make other people happy, and we would lean on the virtues of faith, hope, and charity. In this world, our needs are met not because we're reaching and grasping for them, but because other people are meeting our needs. And in this way, even the most vulnerable of us thrive. I don't know about you, but the edited version of the phrase is sounding a lot better to me than the original. Don't get me wrong. I do believe that self-esteem is important, but I think we've gone about teaching how to achieve that in all the wrong ways. Our self-esteem should come from a place where we understand that God loves us in a way that we cannot fathom, because our tiny little brains and our tiny little hearts cannot possibly love the way he loves. So then we remember, hey, he doesn't just love me that way, but he also loves that guy over there that just cut me off in traffic, and that girl over there that clearly has too many items for the express lane. Come on, we're in a hurry. Or that family member that just drives you crazy. You know who I'm talking about. Yeah. God loves them that way too. So here's the challenge. The next time you go out, maybe the supermarket, maybe to church, maybe to a concert, school, work, wherever it is, imagine the people around you in their cars, at the office, at school. Look at them. See them. Remember that God loves them in a way that you cannot even fathom. And then treat them that way. Treat them with kindness, compassion, charity. Then we will find that we're following God's actual command to love one another. You guys, this is a challenge for me too. I'm right there with you. It's hard. But if we surrender to his will, we might actually find some happiness. If not in this life, then the next. And that, my friends, will be a huge leap on our journey to becoming saints. So I have another challenge for you. I want you to do the kind, giving, and charitable act of subscribing to my channel and liking and sharing this video. How'd you like that transition? Pretty smooth, right? Right.
I'm done.